This is how we're gonna love each other. It was one of the few state-funded events.
The first contingent was from Ethiopia, which is to host the next festival.
Countries that actually has Africa Day as a national day.
People who are working in the media industry, they need to pull up. We have so many stories to share.
One of the things I loved about the West was every weekend there was a free concert.
African Union is not only about politics. We need to understand more the power of arts and culture in unification.
What role do you believe cultural events and festivals play in promoting cross-cultural understanding and appreciation, particularly in the context of your work in France and Tanzania?
To me, it's more about the role that it can play. It's more like people getting to know each other and share the moment, and of course, take it from there, like to the growth, like to the whole community. Like, okay, I learned from here this way of cooking, for example, and our way of cooking is this way. So when we blend together and we can bring something different in the society also, as apart from us like knowing that this is our way, this is how we do things, this is how we cook. But what if we introduce another way of cooking or another way of using certain material?
Being open.
Yeah, it's more about being, as you say, being open. Like it's openness is the thing that, and this is how we're gonna love each other.
Absolutely.
We're gonna take care of each other because
Absolutely.
At least I know, okay, this is your culture, you do this, and I do this. So it's like we don't have those barriers, but
we
we
can
just
somehow
try,
be able to blend them.
Yeah. So I think the easy way to connect the two societies, 4 or 5 societies together, is through culture.
Yeah.
It can make people at ease.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Music is
because
a healer.
Because politics, then you have like, we are from this party and we are from this party. So we don't connect together because then we need our political ideology from the certain party needs to. But in cultures, like you come with your instrument, like let's say I bring zeze, someone bring bagena, someone bring traditional percussion.
You teach each other about what
it's like you just play, and then once you play, you connect.
Yeah.
It doesn't need like to have affiliation because okay, you have kora. Kora, it doesn't work together with bagena, or kora doesn't work together with ngoni, something like this. But when you put the instrument together, you put the artist together. Once you play, you have a different sound.
One thing I have to mention right here, because you brought up baganas. Bagana cannot play with kora. Bagana cannot play with any other instrument. Bagana is a church instrument, and it does not go out of the church.
Okay.
But we have plenty other instruments. We have the karar, we have the masinko.
Okay.
And what is very interesting is, because one of the things that I would love to do is there are a lot of people, your culture, they play the masinko. The masinko is the one that we play like this. It has another name.
It's called zeze. You have different of zeze.
And guess who else plays this instrument? All the way in Morocco, the Amazigh play this instrument. So just imagine having the Ethiopians, or I should say the East Africans, play with the Moroccans.
سيرتو لا ريجيون ديال سوس كاين الرباب هو اللي كيشبه الماسينكو فوالا تقريبا. وانا كنقول يعني يقدر يعني يعني الاصل ديال الرباب اللي عندنا في المغرب جاي من اثيوبيا. علاش؟ مع كما هو معروف كان واحد القيد كان سميتو القلاوي، لقيت كان سميتو القلاوي يعني كانت امو من ايثيوبيا دونك كنقول انا اللي غاسين ديال الرباب راه جا من ايثيوبيا. وحاجه اخرى اللي فريمون كتبوا بان كاين بزاف ديال التقاليد والعادات اللي تقريبا اللي هما نفسهم هما اللي كاينين في ايثيوبيا اللي عندنا هنا في
You know what I mean? This kind of understanding musically, I think, is the most beautiful way of actually uniting Africa.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, but then for me, it's like for Bagana, because for us, it's like, let's say we want to unite people and we want the sound, but we know that it's a church holy instrument, but then maybe the part of the church can play a role to bring people together.
Absolutely.
So because all this art form, all these instruments to some point, these traditional instruments were used for a certain practice.
Yes.
But then we because we need to expand, we need to grow, we need to
learn from each other.
We need to learn from each other. And of course, this is God gifted. Why can't we share with the people in the region? Certain lifestyle, certain language to some point, appearances. So are the same people. Maybe this can be a way of the church to get so close to the people.
That's another way of seeing it.
Yeah.
That is definitely another way of seeing it. Yeah, it's a very hard subject. Only because, you know, most of our traditional instruments were in the church, and some of them actually have exited or have come out, but some of them still do play in the church with those instruments, but Bagana never went out.
Yeah,
Bagana,
I mean, I hear you, but as I said, because even there are some traditional instruments, women are not supposed to play.
Absolutely.
And
the kora, for example.
Yeah. For example, the kora. Or even certain percussions. There are certain percussions for women. Even men are not allowed to play such kind of percussion. It was specific for women.
You see, it would even be good to know why.
That's the thing, and it's kind of a taboo, and then you don't get the concrete reason why. But I like nowadays. You can see. I like the current generation is challenging this, and we have women who are playing the instruments that were taboo for them to
play.
Play.
That's very true.
There's a way we can, especially for our generation, to see how to navigate and
learn about
and then take it from where our fathers and grandparents left. So it's our task now to see how we can improvise.
What I want is skill sharing, because I feel like you have done so much more than a lot of us in Ethiopia have done. So I want you to share your experience, your skill. So what skills and qualities do you believe are essential for effectively supporting and contributing to successful events and cultural initiatives?
Through my observation here, and I've been to different venues, and as I can say, there's a big potential here for events, and few things I can mention. It's like I can say uniqueness, because the venues need to come up with some
different ideas.
Yeah, different ideas.
Step it up.
and different taste, because for example, Addis he's diverse, I can say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then we have music every night.
Yes, and there's music every night.
Musically.
Yeah. So from my observation, what I've seen is more like the programming needs to be upgraded, and also the communication part of it, because yes, we can have an event and announce it 2 weeks before, but to me it's like, if I have my program I cannot attend it because it's too short notice, maybe for me 2 weeks. For other people, yes, they can pop in. If you want to fit and to cater the different audience, you need to come up with the program maybe 2 or 3 months before. If it's not like a big concert, and if it's a big concert, you can do up to 6 months. The same as festival, you need also more than 6 months.
Yeah.
And this is how you need to communicate with people, like, okay, this is coming, we have this. So I've seen there's this, not lack, but less of utilizing this digital communication, like to share the information about events. Most of the events here, they're good events, but you just...
It's the way we advertise.
Yeah, it's like the advertisement, but it's like you get it like maybe 10 days before, 2 weeks before. It's like, because you also need to, as an event, if you want to attend to this event, you need also to...
True.
Yeah,
you need to know a few weeks ahead.
A few weeks ahead, you need to schedule your activities. And it's a platform to bring more artists from outside of Addis, the same as the artists from Addis, you need to go.
Thank you.
Outside.
We need this exchange.
Because once you go to a certain, out of your comfort zone, because most of them here, they're playing in their comfort zone.
Exactly.
And so if you go out of this, to me, it's also...
Yeah, you grow.
As an artist.
Yeah.
Musically and also even socially. Like,
personally,
like, you know how to navigate.
One of the things I loved about the West was every weekend there was a free concert. You know, and when I say free concert, I'm talking about big named free concerts. Yeah. And in LA especially, they usually do this every year in the summer. I got to see Afreeqa Touré like that. You know, I would love to bring Afreeqa here in Addis, you know, because Ethiopia loves his father. What I'm trying to say is, now that we've had all these beautiful parks, you know, we can have these residency exchange. You know, Absolutely. They could come here for a month, and then ours could go there for a month. They could play 4 weeks, 3 weeks straight, come back, and we could do this every month.
Definitely.
Every month we have beautiful parks that we could bring musicians from Kenya playing with Ethiopians, the same, vice versa.
In addition to that, this is the headquarters of the African Union. I mean, to me, African Union is not only about politics, but how
exactly.
If we talk about units, how do we plan these unit things? Do we plan just because the head of states, they visit here and this we call African unit?
We as a country don't even celebrate that.
Yeah.
We are not one of the 7 or 8 countries that actually has Africa Day as a national day. Yeah. And we are one of the founding...
So when I say it's a potential area, it's like, it is.
It truly is.
And to me, this is like...
We're making a call out to every event curator out there in East Africa.
Definitely. East Africa, West Africa. Yes. Because, let me take you back in the days in, I think 1966 in Dakar. This is where they started. The first one was Fesnam.
Fesnam, and then Festac.
Yeah, Fesnam, it was 1966. This was I can say one of the few state-funded events, and so it involved I think it was 45 countries or 46, more than 40 countries were united.
What is my name? My name is Benin, Ethiopia, Monomatapa. My name is Africa. Gather round me. Gather round my writers, musicians, artists. For we have many moments of creativity and history to share.
And then it took phase to Lagos.
Festac 77, the second World Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture, held in Nigeria, brought together 15,000 participants from over 70 countries. The first contingent was from Ethiopia, which is to host the next festival.
And then, so before Ethiopia, there's something happened with the so linked to Festac, Zanzibar. So, but I can say, this is my observation, and this is my reflection to that event which took place in Zanzibar. It was not well curated. I think, some people had, I don't know if the people who were involved in that were part of the Festac in 1977, or they did the research, how it went down. Because even you don't know if it took place in Zanzibar.
No, I don't.
And just recently, I think last year, they did it in Arusha.
Yes, that one, I actually wanted to be a part of.
Yeah.
I've actually communicated
but to me,
with the lady.
To me, if you check the way they were advertising, the way like they're promoting, it's like they could use another name, not Festac.
Not Festac,
Yeah. I mean, to the scale the Festac was done, they could use another name.
Well, so that's what I want to do. So that's my goal. That kind of a festival, that kind of unity.
It can be done. It begins with us.
Yes.
For artists, it's possible to have a good programming throughout the year.
Yes.
I mean, the weather is conducive and people.
We can do it, and we will do it. This is going to be my last question. What do you find most rewarding about your role as an events curator, and how do you stay inspired in your work?
First thing is to see that some of the activities that I participated, I was engaged. They're still running today. Not all of them, some. And like through my journey, like working in the creative industry, supported other artists, other creatives. I mean, partly financial, partly more like skills, and connect them with other people. And I'm happy to see that some they even go further than me. So to me, this is my achievement. It's not about the cars and stuff, material, but it's like when you meet people and they recognize you and they appreciate what you have done to them. This is
the best gift.
This is the best gift.
Absolutely.
And of course, I'm also involved in a program with a project with the artists, like mainly we're doing visual art. They're about 14. And we are trying to set like a calendar or a program that we need to go through the region.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I'm also in between, like, I love art.
I can tell.
So it's like when there's music and there's painting.
What is there not to love about art?
Yes,
Now that you are in Ethiopia, you've been here for a while. You've seen, you've heard, you've smelled, you've touched. Now, I would like to ask, what do you think we as Ethiopians, as event curators, as cultural ambassadors, what's our next step? What do we need to do in order to up our game?
The first step, we need to open up. Yeah. We need to create a room for sharing and experience. Like, it's good to be here, or it's good for me to stay in Tanzania, I mean in Zanzibar, and just enjoy the music scene, the art scene there. But also it will lead me to, it will expose me if I go out and meet other people and see how we can do things together. Yeah. different venues, how we can exchange. Okay, you have this program this month. Can I bring someone from Addis for this set? What are the terms? For example, I'm happy that I was introduced to some Ethiopian music, I mean, a while ago. So, I mean, and I'm also happy when I'm here, when I go to some places, I can hear some music from Tanzania. And it's a different way because if I'm in Tanzania, it's less to hear music from Ethiopia. And just because out of my curiosity, then I came. Sometimes I would like to listen to music from other parts of the continent. I can listen to some music from Togo, or Cape Verde, and other places. So I think we also need to encourage because what you're doing right now is very interesting, and I honestly, I really like it. People who are working in the media industry, they need to pull up. We have so many stories to share. We don't just need to stick, okay.
One thing I would love to tell you is I have a radio show and I play African music. And you know, I enjoy every time I have that show. But one of my favorite ones is when I actually skip from each country playing music, as opposed to, let's say if today is Mali, sometimes all 4 or 5 countries have independent day.
Yeah.
So I try to go through that.
Yeah.
But when I actually jump from country to country, going and listening or actually playing for my audience, it's also the way they react that you can tell how much that diverse music touches people so differently.
We can play music from Nigeria, but it's not only Nigeria that do music. And it doesn't mean that the audience, because whatever the programmer or the journalist present to the people, you need to create a story behind it, and people like it. It's not because now you have this music from playing every radio station, every TV station, and you say, okay, this is what the people want to listen. And now I know a couple of artists here, and more artists in Addis, because also like me coming here, it's exposed me to other musicians compared to the few ones who I was exposed to, like
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, like Mulatu, and I was also introduced with this friend of mine from Namibia. It was early 2000, the Ted Afro. And yeah, so it's like very few names back then, but after a while I came to know, okay, there's also these guys and they're doing this kind of style, and yeah, some female musicians also.
So you're exposed more by coming here.
Yeah.
And basically,
but also not only coming here, also connected some creatives from Ethiopia.
Yeah.
Because now we share, like, okay, we have these people, we have these artists, we have these venues. So one connects another.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I've actually finished my questions, but I'm going to give you the floor, since we've touched on various subjects. But if you feel like there's this one thing that I think I need to say before we say our goodbyes, I'm going to give you the floor.
What I'd like to say is that we as creatives, we need to understand more the power of arts and culture in unification. I'll go back to what I said earlier about the first tag, that I don't know what happened, but we can move forward from where they left, and the time is now. It was a gathering that's because now it's a new generation and a new technology and space. So it's our task to show how powerful arts and culture can be, a platform for unification for the continent. And yeah, we have politics, but arts and culture cut across. So it's like, to me, we need to invest more into this field. Also, it needs to work together with the media. Yeah. We need the media personnel and media houses to promote this. Of course, yes, we have our problems. We have political problems, we have social problems, but all this can be blended and can have a good solution through forms of arts and culture.
I feel so. Yes, that's very true. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
You're welcome.
Thank you again for watching your show, Afreeqa. This is your host, Kasala Seifu. Thank you again.